work during the break is we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Returning it from the 4. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Browns returning their offense and this running back to the field. And his performance has ailed against what has been a very stout defensive front. This hasn't been a contest to stack up there among his better showings, partner. They've made it real difficult to find any holes to hit, and there's been absolutely no space for him to work with. Completed to his running back. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I love throwing on first down, and when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Finds him over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Mitchell up the middle. Past midfield to the 45. And they'll finally get him down at the 37-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
To throw it on first down. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Handoff here to Mitchell. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. Back now, pressure on its way. Touchdown, Cleveland! All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Setting up to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns cut it to a field goal game. Ball set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. He'll take this at the 10. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Hits him on the in route. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
They'll run now on second down. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a first and goal. Back-to-back carries here. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. It's second and goal. Back to throw. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers push their lead further to start the half. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers make it a 10-point ball game. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. He fields it from the 8. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And the touchdowns got to keep coming for them as they still trail here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
That one gonna go against the D. And as this play goes out of bounds, all eyes turn to that flag on the field. An avoidable mistake, and that one's going to set the coaches off more than almost any other. And now they're going to mark off the yardage. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They'll throw on 1st. Complete over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
It's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still second down.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. They'll run here following the penalty. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
And this might be a free play. Let's see what they do. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty.
That penalty is declined.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Again, this is Mitchell. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Browns shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Browns cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. This return starts at the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Steelers back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. He's got it over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 31. Hauled in left side. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first. New set of downs for him at the 38. They'll run here on 1st down. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Back to the well again. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's on the move. He's running for it.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Penalty not helping their cause for this 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Finds the in route complete. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this one gets out of bounds. It was pushing some distance towards the goal line, but gets out at the 5. The Browns and this running back headed back out for a new series. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense more good numbers well into this second half. A give to Mitchell, running left. And he takes it up to about the 6 for a short gain. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Three quarters in the books from this one. It's the Browns football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now looking to throw. He's got time here. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Escapes the pocket.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
On now comes their punter. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he gets it away from his end zone. Now he's going to fair catch this one, and they are loving this. A very short kick and some excellent field position for them. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. No return on that punt. And the Steelers have a short field in front of them as they take over. Jukes one defender. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Getting out to his left. He's going to keep it this time. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Looking for the back that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this one doesn't go far. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. The Steelers set to punt it. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. From the 29. Catch made by Mitchell. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives the Browns a first.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Catch made over the middle. He's got it in the red zone. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Now run. This is Mitchell. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They're going play action. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
Well, the QB right there, he put it pretty close to the sidelines to begin with, and the defender, well, that was a nice job. Just simply put a hand out there and let me just encourage the ball to fall incomplete.
Dropping back to throw. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Man, there's no way around this, Brock. They had that offense exactly where they wanted them, and the penalty gives them a whole lot more breathing room.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the late, great Dennis Green. He said it perfectly. We had him right where we wanted, and we let him off the hook.
No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it. So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal. And this is Mitchell. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be third and goal. Here's Mitchell again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only 1 yard on the pickup. Oh boy, now they're facing fourth and goal.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. First down, didn't score. Second down, didn't score. And now third and goal, can't find the end zone either.
Fourth down, and we're going to see just how clutch he is on this kick. Lined up middle for the attempt. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And in the fourth quarter, that's going to tie the game.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dumped off to his running back.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
2nd and 13. Finds his man over the middle. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry
Personal
on the
foul,
field.
roughing the passer, defense.
Well, he had a chance to pull up and avoid the hit, Brock, but we knew the outcome from the moment he decided not to and made contact. That flag came out. Running it after the penalty. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
Back to throw. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. So now here's 3rd and 5. Pass play now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. He gets 6 on that play. And that's a Steelers first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
To throw here on first down. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 19. Dumps it off to his running back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Browns headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 34. Completed to his running back. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They're throwing it. It's caught left side by Mitchell. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
This finds Mitchell complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. Here he is to throw. Brought in right side. And they make the tackle at the 38. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. Escapes his grasp. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Now we've got a pause. Timeout called on the offensive side of the ball. Back to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Throwing the out route complete. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Setting up to pass. That's going to be caught by Mitchell.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Looking to throw it. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Looking good, and it's through. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up.
It's such a confidence builder to a sideline, to an entire team, Kate, when you can rely and trust your kicker in these big moments. He tied it up, and now it's incumbent upon his defense to do their job.
Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Steelers' offense headed out. The game really in their hands at this point, Brock. We're going to see whether it's a celebration coming up next or overtime. Now here he goes. Escapes a defender. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Back to pass on 1st and 10. caught. Nice gain left side. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. Still one more in their pocket to use. Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. The Steelers use their third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Now a timeout's called, Cleveland using its second. Still one more in their pocket to use. A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. This only a chip shot from the right hash. That one is good! And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
I know that was a kick he could make in his sleep, but with the game on the line, he delivered.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Hits his running back. And this one does not go far. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. From the 32. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Here we go, second and very long. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. One final shot here. Hits him on the out route. So make a check in the win column for the Steelers. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.